Vesta here, doing a really short video on boundaries. Call on the shark totem when you find yourself surrounded by sharks. Unfortunately, the energy has really gone bipolar on this plane. I'm not saying it's gotten worse, because if you read history, people have always been pretty vicious in general. And unfortunately, when people spot a nice person anymore, they mistake kindness for weakness. It's like literally like sharks in the water. They smell blood and come like zooming in, flocks of seagulls. So when you feel like all of a sudden your boundaries are being tested from every direction and you need protection, call on the great white shark. Call on that predatory energy to surround you, protect you, and help you start strengthening your boundaries. And ask for discernment. The occasional helping someone out is okay, but when it turns into like ridiculous requests, constant, and all of a sudden I'm making this video for a friend of mine who she has got, she is the sweetest, really good person, has worked very hard for where she's got. But of course, the second you're successful, oh, there comes the sharks too. Oh, she's making money and she's nice and they all wear these fake, phony smiles but you have to stop and say, okay, I've got to start saying no. And if people get mad because you assert your boundaries, oh, well, you don't want those people around. And then there's people who, yeah, it's hard to tell someone who has cancer no, but there are services for those people. So if you want to help them, you help them help themselves. You get some list of agencies maybe they could call to get some additional help. I think what's happened with my friend is the word went out as she's making more money. And a lot of people, the second you're more successful than they are, they might pretend to be your friends, but they're jealous. They're secretly jealous, or they're blatantly jealous. And instead of just, all of a sudden they feel like, they just want to get whatever they can out of you. Maybe I don't know. I'm trying to throw all the scenarios out there is, because unfortunately, there's more negativity than positive most of the time when a person starts climbing up the success ladder, no matter how hard this person's worked. People don't care. And generally you're looking at a bunch of 5-year-olds in the playground, in the sand pit, throwing sand in each other's eyes. It's just sad but true. And when people are rude and obnoxious to you, you have to call them out on and say, hey, that was really unprofessional of you, and I didn't appreciate what you did during that presentation. You don't have to be like, you fucking, unprofessional ranting and raving or, whatever. You just assert yourself and you let them know, I didn't appreciate that unprofessional behavior during our presentation. You know, that, because unfortunately, as you climb the ladder, especially in the corporate world, you're going to run into people that are threatened by you. A lot of times. The more higher up you go, the more vampires you're going to run into. And most of them didn't get there by being nice. They got there by making other people look bad, throwing other people under the bus, not by good old-fashioned hard work like my friend, who just grinds it out and is a nice person. And so I'm praying for the great spirit of the great white shark to come, swim to her rescue, and get rid of all this negativity. So, thank you. Many blessings. Vesta.